Today, guys, I want to first say thank you for all the engagement, the views, everything that has happened for the last couple of weeks. I really, truly super appreciate it. And I'm going to talk about one of the comments that was made on my last video talking about the booster section, where somebody said that, why am I talking about this? They're really curious about the clans section and what happened to that feature. First, just to clarify on one thing about the booster section, because there was somebody curious about or confused about you shouldn't buy boosters, asking about that. This is 100% positive. Any of these three, and only these three featured cards that you have that's changed every 8 hours, you can go. I have no boosters. It costs 200 normally to go from rare to epic, and you don't need any boosters. So this is just a free or a booster free upgrade. That's fantastic. It's the best when you're trying to get to infinite or an infinity split and you're that ultra and you need all these boosters, right? So this is 100% positive. What is 100% negative is this feature where you have no boosters and you want to try to upgrade this, you're missing the 10, and this makes you spend gold. This is bad. This is still absolutely terrible. No one should really do this ever. Absolute waste of gold. I know we don't have a lot of things to spend gold on, but this is terrible. So when I say buying boosters, this is bad, but the feature in the shop is really, really good. So now that the booster talk is all done and taken care of, moving on to the topic at hand, which is what's happening with clans. So this is the update for 2024. This was released in December of 2023. Hopefully we'll have another development roadmap soon. It seems like they do 3 a year. So end of April, beginning of May, hopefully we'll have one. They do mention here in development clans, and in concept are clan competition. So it's very good that clans are actually here in development. Very small section on it. Where is it? Here we go. We've heard your request for a more social experience in Snap, and we're excited to announce we've been actively prototyping the first version of clans. This new feature will enable you to join or create clans working together to complete missions and earn collective points. The more points your clan accumulates, the greater the rewards for all members. The clans feature will be rolled out in phases, allowing us to gather feedback and refine the system along the way. Stay tuned for more updates as we get closer to releasing the first version of clans. We haven't gotten anything about any version of clans except for, hey guys, can you vote? We call them alliances or teams. When you go and you try to look up more information, like on their Discord, about developer answers about clans, I really wasn't finding anything other than it's in development, it's coming out soon, just wait for it. That's it. So what other features have been updated in the Discord or somewhere else? Mostly I try to pay attention to the Discord as much as possible. One of the things that they were talking about is the mastery. Mastery is gone into pretty well detail in the last roadmap update, where the more cosmetics you get for a card, the higher your mastery for that card will be. It looks like things you would get is cooler splits, maybe a brand new cosmetic type. You would get reactions, exclusivity available as a mastery reward for each character. Reactions are the fun emoji you can show off on cards and locations. What if your reaction was Goose or Wolverine? Your opponent will immediately know your dedication and love for that character when you show it off. This is, to me, showing that character mastery is a huge feature, meaning it sounds like it is a ton of development. It is so much cost that is going to be associated with something like this. I don't really see this coming out too soon. It is in development, so that's great. They're working on it. I'm not seeing this being released till June. Now, one of the updates that we did have for it is someone asked, character mastery just got announced and it sounds so dope. Just a quick question regarding it. Will our current splits, variants, avatars carry over once the update drops? Yes, you will get mastery levels retroactively for owning variants, splits, avatars, etc. So this is going to make it even harder to develop because now they have to go to people's accounts and just, program it to check off all the stuff that people already have done and things that they have collected. So this is one thing that's going to push it back. Another thing that's going to push Mastery back, right now we kind of have to assume that they're not going to release this until they have it for all characters. Even characters that aren't used too much, such as Angel, Quicksilver. Personally, I think it's not a great idea to have the feature 100% released. I think it's probably best for them to release it in certain waves where maybe it is the 25 most popular characters, and then a couple months later, once that is done, do the next set of characters. Or they can start it where they're going to do Series 1 cards, Series 2 cards, and then a mixture of Series 3, 4, and 5. It'll probably be easier if they also release the Mastery for any brand new character that's released as well. Definitely a lot that's going into what Mastery is. Somebody went in and asked, will the Mastery track reward you more heavily for getting new variants than splits? Steven says, we are still working on the tuning for the Mastery, but variants will most likely be the most efficient way to gain Mastery. Splits will be the primary way to gain Mastery. Next is the Ultimates. In this specific update, they don't actually touch upon it. It's still just in concept. In a previous one, they mentioned that they want Ultimate variants to have some maybe huge animation effect. Definitely not changing the way the card works, but something that's really cool that shows up for you and your opponent when an Ultimate is played. Back in February on the Discord, it was asked, for Ultimate variants not being Ultimate, wondering, is there an update on this? Steven responds, we still plan to improve Ultimate variants, but decided to prioritize clans, events, Mastery, and other game modes over it. I want it as bad as you do. We assess all potential features based off of how many players it will excite, what it costs to develop, and our confidence in how well it will be received. They fell below other features for now, but that is still a ton of excitement for Second Dinner to do it. The reason why this is definitely falling back is when you look at all these other things that they are prioritizing, these are things that are going to affect every single player. As this person explains or mentions, 5,000 tokens on an Ultimate variant is a lot on a resource that's already pretty scarce, can be used to just buy brand new cards as soon as they're out. Spending that 5,000 tokens is not an easy thing to do for the average player. So since most people don't have an Ultimate variant, an Ultimate variant evolution is not going to be as impactful as something as Character Mastery or more in-game events. I have complete faith that this is something that will happen. I don't see this happening till late 2024 at the absolute earliest. Another interesting thing I found about Ultimates is there actually are Ultimates in albums. The Ultimate that is in an album is the Jane Foster Ultimate variant for the Artgerm heroines. And so Steven over here responds with, Ultimate variants have no timed exclusivity and can be worked towards and acquired, so they qualify as a potential album variant. When it comes to other things such as Season Pass, Bundle, Conquest, or Spotlight variants, those will not be available in albums or required for it to finish any album because there's only a certain amount of time that you are able to get those specific types of variants. New game boards. New game boards are, they're coming. That's it. Right here, Glenn's answer is there's been discussion. That's it. Booster VATS is something that also hasn't been answered by the team. There have been some questions, but they haven't given an update about this specific feature. Bonus topic, Autodeck data update frequency. This guy is asking, how often is the data for Autodecks actually updated in the system? He's assuming it's not live. So how often is it actually updated? Glenn responds, it's pretty close to live. It updates daily, so it can take a day or a few for it to learn the way players are building decks with a new or changed card, and occasionally our intervention. There you go, guys. There's a couple updates for things that have been mentioned in the roadmap previously, along with whatever updates and answers I could find from the devs. I didn't really go to Reddit. Reddit is kind of too crazy for me, where the Discord section or their specific Discord, I feel I could just get answers a lot easier rather than digging through a lot. It just takes too long with the job that I have. I don't have too much time actually to do this. So hopefully this gets, this satisfies some people's curiosity. Hopefully we'll get another update very soon. I think there's one announced for April 24th, I think it is. So sometime next week, where there should be a bigger patch, and maybe we'll get some more information. Good news for that is in a couple weeks, it's going to be May for the next season, where hopefully they'll have a couple new features released for that, or at least announcing it in the next video. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching and everything. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys next time.